my besties, how are you? I am taking you today to my sister's house. We're gonna decorate her porch for the fall season. But since she has three sons and it's all about football in her house, I thought I'm gonna combine two wonderful themes, fall and football. And of course, take you guys along with us. Let's get started. First, I am going to show you how to make corner swags for the front door. My sister bought this leaf garland at AC Moore on sale. AC Moore is equivalent to Michael's. Some of you don't have it in your state. You're gonna fold it in half to find the midpoint and cut it so you have two equal pieces, one for each corner. I will be also making a wreath for the front door, and I wanted to coordinate with the corner swags. Since I don't have any other swag, just this one, I will cut off a few leaves from here just so they match nicely. Next, we will need marshmallow sticks and zip ties. 2 sticks per each swag. We put them together, fold the garland in half, mark the point, how long it's gonna be, and break it off. It breaks off very easily. Next, we will put the garland on the top of the stick and zip tie together. We will tie one in the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. And then when done, we're gonna back to the corner and tie one there to reinforce the corner as well. And here you can see exactly what I mean about the corner. We cross the 2 sticks together and we put a zip tie right there through the middle. And this is now a base for our corner swag. Then we do the same exact thing for the second one, just the opposite corner. And then we cut off all the excess zip ties. Next, we will decorate our swags with this burlap ribbon. It's actually like a deco mesh ribbon from AC Moore for $6, 75 feet. It's a great deal. We have some ribbons here. My sister got them at Aldi. And pipe cleaners cut in half. First, we're going to make 2 loops out of the ribbon, tie it together with a pipe cleaner, and attach it to the beginning of our swag, just like so. Next, we're going to take our ribbon and make 3 loops on each side. We measure more or less about 1/3, and we pinch the ribbon and attach it there with a pipe cleaner. Then another loop about 2/3 down. Pinch it and tie it down with a pipe cleaner. And a last one towards the end of the stick. Try to make them similar in size, about 5-6 inches tall. Next, you take your ribbon, pass the corner, and attach it at the beginning of the second stick. And then 2 more loops on that side as well. Possibilities are endless here, guys. You could be using any ribbon you like, or even deco mesh, like that Dollar Tree deco mesh. Why not? You know, whatever fits your color scheme or your theme. Okay, and we are doing the last loop on that side. We're gonna pinch it and tie it down. And we are going to finish it off just like we did in the beginning. 2 small loops. Cut the ribbon off. Pinch and tie it down. All right, so one is done, and now we're gonna work on the second one. And I like to keep both of them on the same table so I could see and follow the exact same pattern of the loops. Of course, just in the opposite direction, right? Because it's the other corner. Let's do exact same thing, guys. The 2 little loops in the beginning, just like we have here. And then we make that first loop about 1/3 the way down and continue so on like we did with the first one. All right, so our swags are complete. Now we just have to add some cherries on the top. So we have some pumpkins here, acorns, pine cones, some of these pointy flowers from Dollar Tree. These are great to put, especially at the ends of our swags. And then ribbons. I have this plaid ribbon from AC Moore, 50% off. The green one is from Dollar Tree, green burlap, and also the pumpkin ribbon from Aldi. Next, we're gonna cut the ribbons in 10 inches long pieces and do the fishtails. We start off with the 2 thinner ribbons. We bend them in half, pinch, do like a V shape, curl up the ends on top of your fingers, and insert it right there where the first pipe cleaner is. Just like so. Do exact same thing with the wider ribbon. Fold it in half so you know the midpoint. Pinch it nicely, do a V shape, and insert it in the second pipe cleaner, right there. You notice I didn't put a second ribbon on top of it because I think that pumpkin print is beautiful and I want it to be visible. I didn't want to cover it up with another type of ribbon. And now we're gonna do the 2 thinner ribbons again. We will continue alternating these ribbons until we fill in all the pipe cleaners and reach the end of the swag. We're gonna cut and separate our cattails. We're gonna do like 4 groups because we have 4 ends for 2 swags. We're gonna add a leaf or a flower, whatever you like. Put it together and place it right there where the first pipe cleaner is. And then we're gonna do exact same thing for the other end of the swag. And now it's my favorite step. We're gonna cover up those pipe cleaners. What we're gonna do is just bend it down, hide it as much as you can, and then cover it with a pumpkin, flower, whatever you like. Just use some hot glue and put on top of it. I am using a lot of leftover pumpkins from previous years, as well as some new ones from Walmart 98-cent packs. Whatever you pick, just make sure you have doubles of it because you want the second corner swag to resemble the first one. Feel free also to add some little leaves around your pumpkins. Whatever works. You know, I like to add some of these because they bring a little bit more orange to my swag. All right, so the first one is done. Look how beautiful it came out. I hope you guys like it and you can customize it any way you like it. So this is done to my sister's taste and she loves it just the way it is here. Now we're gonna work on the second one and show you how to hang it. And this is so easy. We're gonna be using the hooks for Christmas lights from Home Depot. We basically just insert each under the door frame like so and use the hook right there. We're gonna use 2 at the top and 2 on the side. And then just lift it up and insert your little stick swag under the hook, cover it up with the ribbon and the leaves. And that's all it takes, guys. And look how pretty. I think it's less work and less product than doing a garland all around the door, yet the effect is also amazing. And now I'm going to show you how to make a complementing door swag using this adorable sign from Dollar Tree, some foam blocks, and also some decorative items like leaves, pumpkins, etc. We are going to glue the blocks on the back of the sign, and it works out perfectly because there is 4 spaces in between each element and 4 equal blocks. It works out great. See how great? And if you like, you can reinforce it now with some popsicle sticks. I didn't do it until later. Here you go. We're now going to start to decorate. I'm inserting one of the fall pigs that I found around the house. And then I'm just going to be inserting the leaves all around. One here, one on the opposite side, another one on the other side. And some ends might not be sharp enough, so you have to cut them. Also feel free to use some hot glue. All right, and now I'm going to be adding some of the green leaves that I cut off the garland in the beginning. This is the reason why I did it. I am just adding the leaves everywhere where the green foam is showing. Make sure everything gets covered. sorry this is out of frame. I am adding 2 leaves at the bottom, one on the left, one on the right. Next, I am adding some acorns here and there. And then I'm going back, adding more leaves. I'm just gluing them in so they stay in better. And then I'm going in with some tiny leaves. I just want to fill in the spaces. I don't want anything big to cover up the side. Okay, and now we're gonna do the ribbon. I did like a double loop, like for the garland. I attached it at the top. Then I'm making a loop, pinching it, and attaching it to the side. The way I'm gonna do it is take a floral wire and a floral stick. Actually, I'm using leftover floral stem from previous project. I'm tying that together, attaching to the little stem, and that's gonna be easier to insert that ribbon in the foam right there. And then I do a second loop and exact same thing. Then I'm gonna leave a tail about as long as the whole sign and then cut it off. Now we're gonna go back on the other side and do exact same thing. I am attaching the end of the ribbon to the top with some floral wire. And then I'm gonna do the 2 loops and a tail on the other side. And this is how it's gonna look. Very simple, so inexpensive, yet adorable. The only thing I forgot to do in the beginning was reinforce it, so I recommend you do that before you decorate. It really helps a lot to keep it nice and stable. And also, if you want to cover it up, use some felt or something to do it nice, especially if you hang it on a glass door. Next, I want to do a bow at the bottom of the swag. And this is very simple. I just cut 4 pieces of ribbon about 10 inches long. I cut the fishtails. And that's why I'm going to call this bow Simple Fishtail Bow. What we're going to do is just pinch each piece of ribbon in the middle and stack them up. And we're gonna tie it in the middle with some floral wire. This is it, guys, as easy as it gets. This ribbon doesn't even require a lot of fluffing, just fixing up a little bit. The only thing you might want to do is cut additional 4 fishtails, about double length, 20 to 24 inches, and actually make tails for this bow. So we're going to be pinching it in the middle and stacking it up just like we did with the bow. and then tie it together with a bow. And now we just have to fix up the ends, curl them up on top of your fingers. That's all really takes. A very simple yet impressive bow. In order to attach the bow to the swag, we need a flower stem or a floral pick, whatever. Just tie it in the back there with the floral wire and insert it right there at the bottom of the swag. If you like, you can also create another one on top of it. My sister liked one just at the bottom. Feel free to fix the bow any way you like it. And for the cherry on the top, I'm gonna do some cattails. And here's the look at the door swag. How beautiful is that, guys? Can you tell it's a $1 sign? Very easy, inexpensive transformation. And here's the look at the whole set. I think it came out amazing. It is well coordinated. You cannot even tell that I just used some of the leaves from the garland. My sister said it looks like a high-end designer set, which I love. One last project that we're gonna do today is a chalkboard sign. We actually painted over an old green board. So you can paint over an old picture or just get an inexpensive chalkboard in a craft store. And then I printed this adorable sign on my computer. Very easy to do in Microsoft Word. But if you like, I can email it to you. I printed it on separate pieces of paper because my chalkboard is large, so I had to make a big font and use a couple sheets printout. And then I cut everything out and set it up the way I want it displayed. It's not going to be that hard if your chalkboard is smaller. So this is the setup I like. Next, you've seen me do this technique before. I use a chalk and shade it in the back of my letters. Place it on a chalkboard. Tape it down. And then carefully trace all the letters. Trace around all the edges. And I recommend doing section by section so you don't smudge the next line with your elbow. Ta-da! Look how nicely it transferred. Now you have to take your chalk pen and just go over everything. As you noticed, I used a green chalk for shading. That's all we had in the house, but it wasn't a problem. It covered very nicely with the white chalk pen. And here is the look at the finished chalkboard sign. Look how stinking cute that came out. I love it so much, and I think it's gonna make the whole porch come together and just look amazing. Let's do it, guys. So I'm gonna start off with the sign. Place it up front by the door. Then we have the straw bale and a little crate table that we made last spring. out of the crate from Michael's. This was so easy to do, guys. I can link a video for you up above. We also have a perfect doormat. Look at that, guys. How cute is that? This is from Christmas Tree Shop for only $1.99. This adorable sign and a football squishy I found at a Dollar Tree. We have a couple jack-o'-lanterns from previous years. We're gonna set them up here. Plug it in later in the back. Place one here, one there. Also, you can use regular pumpkins. My sister didn't go pumpkin picking with the kids yet, so we're using these. My sister had a sign from last year. It was actually a little faded, so later I decided to paint over it to refresh it a little bit. And then we're gonna set up a couple pumpkins and the signs here. I actually decided to use this plate holder from Dollar Tree to hold our signs so it doesn't get blown away by the wind. And then we add a mom on the side and this adorable steak from a Dollar Tree. Here you can see I also added some dry wheat stems and touched up that sign with some orange and brown paint. You can of course add a couple more moms and some dry leaves, anything really that you have on hand. My sister bought these two large bows at Kohl's. They're actually battery operated and she wanted to add these on both sides of the window. We also got recently these football string lights. They're also battery operated and we set them up all around this large window. It's a very long string of lights, guys. Great deal for $2.99. I think almost everyone has a set of scarecrows. We're gonna set these up on the other side of the door. And look at Coco basking in the sun as I decorate the porch. She is such a good girl. Look at this adorable pillow with the little blue track that we found at the Dollar General. It was only $10. And we're gonna place it here on a bench that my sister has in front of the window. I also stole one of the boys' footballs. I don't know how long it's gonna lay here, but I just like to put the two teams together. Such a cute little touch. One last little idea. My sister had these mini foam fingers. I put them on the top of the skewers and added them here and there. I think they're so cute. And here's the look at the whole decorated porch. I hope you guys gonna like the fall football twist. And you know, many of these elements could be used later on for the Super Bowl season. Alright, so how did you like these crafts? Did you enjoy the video? If you did, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We're gonna do so much more fun stuff in the future. And thanks so much for watching. Take care, guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.